Hey, it's Tony Verhoeven, and I want to talk to you a little bit about gravity. And I have a guest here, Derek Rector. Derek Rector is the CEO of Dymax here. Hey, Derek.
Hey, Tony.
Derek, you introduced me to the concept of gravity. Not the gravity that holds us on Earth and holds the universe together, but the gravity that when we talk about what makes communities successful. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah. Gravity is a thing that pulls members in, pulls them in to participate in a community. And gravity is the thing that gives a community purpose. So when they come in and they start to participate, they participate in a way that is useful to each other, right? So gravity is that. It's the best way to explain it is to tell a story about how kids use gravity. If we took a bunch of kids and put them on the side of a football field, and on one end of the football field, we set up a lounge with a bunch of chairs and tables and, all of the things you need to socialize, and put a sign up that said community. And then on the other end of the football field, we put a pile of toys and we tell them to go. The kids are going to rush to the end of the field with the toys, right? They're going to go right there.
Absolutely.
They are then going to start to play. And because we're social creatures, they're going to start to play together. And then they're going to start solving problems together. Community is going to form where the resources are that kids need. The job of a kid is to play. Kids want to play with toys. And when you put a bunch of kids in the same place as the toys, the community forms naturally, right? So the toys are the pull. The toys are their center of gravity. It gives
totally
purpose,
makes sense,
right? You see, it pulls them in, but it also gives purpose to the type of community that forms.
Okay, so what does that mean when you're an association professional and you've got an online community? What does that mean when you try to have gravity in one of those?
Right. So as an association, we need to ask ourselves first, what are the resources? What are the things? What are the tools that our members join us to have access to? What are the things that they can't get anywhere else related to education, information, access to suppliers or vendors, right? There are many things. It's different for different associations, but there are resources that people join the association to get. And you have to ask yourself, okay, do I put the community over here, or do I infuse those resources that they will go to when they are trying to figure something out, when they're trying to solve a problem or make a decision? You should infuse those resources that they already need, that they're already going to go looking for. You should infuse that with community. So essentially what we're saying, we go back to the analogy of the kids on the football field, move the lounge to where the toys are, right? Add those community building features to the resources, the toys, and you're going to see your community start to take shape. It'll start to take off, and it'll start to form with purpose because you've combined those two things in one place instead of trying to build a community off to the side, away from the resources that people need.
So like you said, associations have a lot of member benefits. They have a lot of content. They have a lot of education. What are some examples that you've seen that have been successful in creating gravity?
Yeah. Oh, wow. There are a whole bunch of them, right? And as we both know, every association is different. Every association has a different mix. But the kinds of things that come to mind right off the top of my head would be, a credentialing system, for example, certifications and so on, something related to that. It could be a buyer's guide. It could be a directory of members, it could be a collection of reports. It could be a standards document, right? Some kind of big manual that is the authoritative source of standards. It could be a database of technical specs. It could even be an AI agent that is hooked up to everything that the association has produced for
A
the last
knowledge
50
base
years.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
a knowledge base.
Sure.
The point is, every association needs to take a step back and ask, what is it that members join for? What are those benefits that we are producing, that we're maintaining, that they can't get anywhere else? Rank them, and that's your gravity. And then you've got to figure out how to infuse that with community.
Okay, so I think I get it. Pulls things together. It pulls the people in and really centers them around purpose, right? So
Yep.
the next time we talk in the next video, I want to talk a little bit about what associations can do to really bring it all together. Because what I see out there, and you've seen this too, is people have an LMS, and then they've got a member directory, and then they've got a buyer's guide, and they have a lot of silos. So let's talk about that in the next video, where we talk about how can they bring this all together.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll see you in the next one.
Yep. See you soon.